Hello and welcome to what is technically episode 2, but officially episode 1 of my Ultimate Decades Challenge. Of course, as you know, the Decades Challenge has a ton of rules. We're not going to go over all of them, but I did play an altered version. We did a roll for our adults, our Gen 0, and as we know from our origin episode, Mabel did not make it, but we do have Elias and Sybil, and of course Griselda and our heir Stanimir. So starting out day 1, there really wasn't much to it. We met a few of the townies, had some confusing moments, like with this guy who is dressed exactly like our brother Stanimir. Griselda seems to have been confiding in him. I'm not sure about what. And then we spent the rest of the day just fishing. Elias and Stanimir tried their best to fish illegally, mind you. I did not know we were supposed to pay to fish. But it doesn't really matter because we did not get anything really from this trip. Stanimir gave up pretty soon into it, and Elias folded right after. When they got home, they returned to Griselda, trying her hardest, bless her heart, to make some type of meal for everyone. And then we had another confusing moment because I thought this was Stanimir. It's, again, not Stanimir. I'm not sure if Griselda is playing dumb and pretending like she thought that this Izzy fellow was her brother, or if she knew it wasn't and she's trying to stay out of trouble. But Stanimir wasn't having it. He's very offended that this gentleman is in their house with his sister unattended, and he asked him to leave immediately. Izzy puts up a bit of a fight, and eventually, though, he doesn't want the smoke. He leaves. Griselda's still all smiles. She's playing dumb, or maybe she has bad vision. I'm not really sure, but he sends her off, and he takes over prepping for dinner. Meanwhile, Dad's outside. Elias is venting his frustrations, doing some archery. Having teenagers is hard. So Sybil, meanwhile, has been out here getting her herb garden started. It's hard for her to garden these days, but she still makes it a point to get her garden started every year so that she can keep the family healthy. And of course, her son is helping her. Elias is being a good team player. It's 4 a.m. Nobody really slept. We have our days and nights mixed up still. So Griselda's up and she's getting the kitchen prepped for her grandmother to get breakfast started for everyone. And Sybil is still taking on the load of the cooking right now, as Griselda still needs to get some skills in that, and she's learning. But we're all going to sit down for breakfast and discuss what our plans are for the day. It's pretty important that we start selling things. We need to get some type of money coming in. As you can see, we have a whopping $8 on day 2. So they're just kind of discussing what they can possibly do to make some money, and what we ended up settling on is a small market shelf out front. And Stanimir is not excited because it's going to be really up to the men to get us some stuff to sell. They need to go and hunt and fish, which we're going to be doing illegally at this point because, again, I did not know we were supposed to be paying and that there was a limit to how often we could hunt. So, I mean, we end up doing pretty well on meat because of me failing to follow the rules. But we get back on track here eventually once I realize what I've done wrong. But yeah, they're just saying their, farewells for the day. Have a good one and get on with it. I'm gonna stock up this little shelf Griselda is making herself a forager's basket because she is going to go and get us some seedlings and things to plant. It's spring, and we should be really focusing on getting some things growing here soon. We have our first customers. This nice gentleman, he's got a nice stash. Sybil is doing her sales pitch. And we also meet the tax collector today, which isn't great because now we only have $4. Not sure what we spent money on. But he's mad. He wants his $50 and we don't have it. So here comes Stanimir. He's such a sad boy right now. Then he's like, oh, he stole $10 from him. It's not 50, but we're getting there, right? But so now he's just like playing it up. He's like, oh, I've got this crazy story to tell you. I definitely didn't rob you. Sybil has been having some achy joints lately, and she's been up and down. Looks like Stanimir came up here and took a nap too. She's feeling her age. She's also missing Mabel. She misses her daughter-in-law. She loved her so much, and I think all the time she spends with Griselda, it's reminding her of her. Because Griselda really does look a lot like Mabel, and she has her sweet personality. But people started feeling kind of bad. All that hunting that they were doing, the guys kind of came home with a cold, and then it spread, and now everybody's got the sniffles. So Griselda is whipping up one of Sybil's famous teas to see if that can't get us feeling better. She's also disgusting. Oh my goodness. Griselda needs a bath. That's definitely not helping with being sick. Oh, but she's very self-sacrificial. She wants to make sure her family's taken care of first and foremost. So everyone's going to grab a cup and try to stave off this illness that's passing around. And Sybil and Stanimir go and have a little chit-chat because he has been going through a phase lately. He doesn't want to garden. He's not wanting to go and help with the hunting and the fishing, and he's confiding in her. He feels a little lonely. He wants to make some friends. He wants to meet somebody. He wants a girlfriend. Grandma's, of course, like, we should get some livestock. Maybe we can get you a horse or something. And she tells him about how she's missing his mother and tries to comfort her. And of course, Sybil, as always, is a complete goofball and makes a big joke out of it all. And it looks like he's feeling a little bit better. She's talking about needing some more furniture. We need to make some changes up here. We don't really need that double bed right now. Elias is really struggling the most with this illness, though, right now. He keeps downing that tea, and hopefully he'll feel better. So later that evening, Stanimir actually ran into a townie. I think her name is Amelia. And they played archery pretty late into the evening together. They were very competitive. Turns out Amelia is not great at archery and is not happy about it. But I think that Stanimir had a good time despite her, sore loser attitude. You're going to have to forgive the background and all of this cityscape. At this point, I had not figured out how to remove it, and I did not have Henford on Bagley or Windenburg, so the view is kind of not very immersive in this first episode. But yeah, we were winding down for the night. This is going to conclude day 2 of year 1. Griselda ends up having a conversation with her dad while she's cleaning up. And she's wanting to talk to him about the possibility of marriage. She's, looking forward to becoming a wife and a mother, and she's just kind of running it by him how he's feeling.
Nilsy.
He
Dorma.
isn't feeling great about it at this point. I think he thinks she might be a little too young. She's 15 at this point. So I imagine she's asking him questions like, well, how did you and mom meet? And he's got some interesting answers to that. He seems to think his answer was pretty funny. And he wants her to talk to Sybil about it. He wants her to talk to his mom about how she feels, what being a wife and mother is like. He wants her to have realistic expectations. Because right now it's all butterflies and romance to Griselda. Griselda is talking about how she would like an artistic man and a brave man and all of these things. He's like, you want a rich man. That's what you want. You want someone with power. You want a king, right? Get a prince. And he's kind of bummed out that she's not as concerned about marrying someone with better finances than them. So the next morning, Sybil and Griselda sit around and they discuss the conversation she had with her dad. And Sybil's like, heck no, I didn't get married to your grandpa. That's not what happened. As we know, Sybil actually came from money. Griselda is telling her how ridiculous her father and Stanimir were. Their craziness. God, Sybil's got some crazy stories too. I don't think she's making Griselda feel any better. She's just warning her of all the horrible things that could go wrong if she marries the wrong man. So Griselda is just like, all right, back to the grind, I guess. She's back at it. She's making another foraging basket. And she still gets to enjoy her little daydream. She's not going to let them ruin her hope for her dream husband. So we restock. We have, again, way more meat than we probably should. And we open the business for the day. This is day 3, actually. So it looks like we're up to $50 after having the store open for... I think we had it open for 2 days. I don't think that we had it open Sunday. It wasn't up and running just yet. But yeah, Sybil's out here and we've got some return customers, it looks like. And we're making some sales. And she's doing her thing. She knows how to get people to buy stuff, that's for sure. Giving her sales pitch. What is that? Is that pottage or gruel on the table? I think we were stuck eating gruel for a little while here. And we've got some mismatched looking townies that aren't fixed yet. But yeah, they have some more conversations. Griselda is tired of fighting with Stanimir. He's so grouchy lately. I end up sending Sybil to the village shop. We haven't gone yet. I want to see what they've got. I'm interested. Our foraging hasn't supplied us, as you can see, with really anything. We've got barely a garden for the spring. And so yeah, I just scrolled through. I want to see what's on the menu here. Everything's super expensive. Find that out really quickly. But I'm able to buy a few things, and Sybil can get to placing that out here so that we can have some type of harvest by the end of spring. So we're already halfway through the season. Oh man, look how dirty Stanimir is. I guess he was out hunting or fishing again. And Sybil has taken some time to play, and she's always well in touch with her inner child. And later that day, Sybil comes and she gives her grandson a big hug. She knows he's really a sweet boy and that he loves his sister and he wants to help out the family, but he just needs some encouragement. She's fancy. We closed the store down, and so I didn't really have any footage for that evening, so we just kind of jumped right back into the store reopening the next morning, and we have our first thief. It is a man named, I believe it's Jabari, and he stole some meat from us, and then he was mean to us. And then we have our trader show up. This is Trader, I call him Trader Jack. But yeah, no, we got stolen from, and Stanimir is like not having it. He's trying to stand up to him and trying to steal the food back, really. But Dad comes out and he handles up because Stanimir is not making much leeway with the guy. So yeah, Elias comes out, tells the guy what's what, and he's just like, you gotta go. Get out of here. Get out of here, fool. And don't you dare come back. Steal from my family. So we run him off, and we get to talking to, well, I thought we ran him off. The guy's still just lurking over there. Look at him. But yeah, there's a whole lot of new faces today. New villagers. Is he gonna steal from us again? No, look, he's leaving. But yeah, we meet a few new faces, and Griselda is chatting up this lovely lady. We're gonna get to know her family very well. They live right down the road from us. This is Marjorie Hillsmith. She has a husband and 2 children, and of course, this is Trader Jack. But yeah, she's just like, we live right down the road from you guys, and you know, it's good to know that we have a little market stall opening up nearby, so I don't have to travel as far to get my wares. And then Elias comes and introduces himself as well. Yeah, and then we close up. We also run into a lady named Lorna Blackwater. She seemed like a sweet old gal. We get to meet her and chat with her a little bit. Because yeah, it is a little lonely. It's lonely not having friends around town. And once again, Sybil is not that interested in socializing. She is out having the time of her life, just playing and being a fool. We've got some things to fix around the place. Stanimir has been trying. Look, see, he's trying. He's like, I don't like to garden, I don't like to hunt and fish, but I'll come and fix this sink. I'll try to help out with that. Griselda decided she was going to try her hand at cooking again. She has been working at it every day, and she's getting there. She's getting better at it. I think she's making a pottage. We really made a lot of pottage this first year. Gruel and pottage.
Gensh? Oh, Lux. Oh.
I didn't see what it said when I clicked on it. But yeah, we all kind of sit down and we have our evening meal together. Are you in a good mood now, Stan? Everyone seems to be in much better moods, though I will say Sybil is looking a little uncomfortable. So Griselda's kind of checking on her grandma and talking to her about things that she would like to do to help out the family. She's thinking about something more on the artistic side. But of course, we can't afford to be buying canvases and things of that matter. So Sybil has suggested maybe flower arrangements. And look at us, we have carrots. But I think that Stanimir and Elias have a bit of a difficult relationship. I think that Elias has a lot of expectations of his son as the heir, and Stanimir just needs a bit of a mother's touch. He's lacked that. So Sybil is stepping in, and even though she's tired and she doesn't like gardening anymore because it hurts her joints, she's going to be the one to show Stanimir how to get this garden started. She's really feeling it. Oh, and look at this. Oh, can you imagine? You just you're trying to use the bathroom and there's a creepy vampire standing outside just breathing through the door. So yeah, we hightailed it out of there. We wanted no part of that. But that concludes this year. 1300. What a year. Thanks for watching.